Hi, I'm Christopher Kelly. I am I have dual roles here. I'm the executive chef here, and also I'm the volunteer engagement person here, meaning I'm the director of volunteer engagement on top of having the executive chef duties here at Meals on Wheels Atlanta.
How would you describe your breakfast box program?
Our breakfast box program was born out of necessity. Um, the program was there because we give frozen meals once daily to all of our clients, all of our senior neighbors here in the Atlanta metro area. But we saw a deficit in their calorie intake during the day. So there was an opportunity there to give them more than just another frozen meal, but to give them some shelf stable things on top of that too. So not only do they have regular meals, they have shelf stable items that can sustain them in case something happens furthermore. So it was supplementary. And on top of that too, it was based on need and calorie intake.
How did Meals on Wheels Atlanta get started offering breakfast boxes?
Several years ago, as I stated before, there was an opportunity. Once we saw that need and that opportunity, the biggest challenge at that point became resources. How are we going to get the resources to make sure we can supplement their meal choices, their meals, and everything else? So we did some cutting from behind the scenes, and we did some rearranging to make sure that everything that we could provide that extra service to them. We got started probably close to 5 years ago, and it has been very, very sustainable. One, and on top of that, two, it has been a huge benefits to the seniors in our community.
What are some of the biggest obstacles you face?
The biggest obstacles, obviously, with most nonprofit, is going to be funding. Um, with those areas the size of Atlanta metro area, uh, there's a huge need. And probably in the metro areas, close to 4.5 to 5 million people here. That's a huge footprint when it comes to the United States. And we try to help as many people as we can. But on that other side, just the infrastructure to be able to get the meals out requires monies, requires dollars. And we have great partners that really help us out, but it's always a challenge. Secondly, I would say recently, supply chain issues. The supply chain issues, I'm sure everyone in this country has felt them for the last 2 years, but they take on a special need when it comes to our seniors because they don't have the resources themselves, and there's not a wait and see thing for them, meaning they have to have food. We provide most of the nutritional value they receive during the day. So it takes on it becomes personal, and you have to be really flexible and learn how to pivot through all those things. The third would be staffing. Sometimes, and that goes back to budget also. To be able to prepare, we do around about 700 boxes of food a week for our seniors, which means they have seven different things inside that box, 7 to 14 things inside that box, but it takes people to do it. Um, you have the ideas, you know what you want to do, but it really takes the people. So we're very fortunate that we have a strong volunteer base here. And so the volunteers assist with that, and they're so happy. We have a lot of civic groups come through, religious organizations. On top of that, large corporate partners that come through and do a fantastic job with helping us get that done.
What advice do you have for others interested in starting a similar program?
The advice I would be is to do a analysis and see where the need is. See what the specific need is. Different communities have different needs. One of the reasons why we, on top of that, decided to do shelf stable was in case of emergencies, they will always have food products, but also to refrigeration and other things here that we just don't necessarily always have had the space to do so. So my advice to you was to work really closely with your partners who you get your meal stuff from and everything else. Give them a heads up. We work very closely with Cisco, and Cisco, I'm able to talk to the purveyor directly. Uh, they tell us what's in stock and what's not in stock. Once I have that, I give them about a month period out and tell them this is the dates that I'm going to order this and the timelines and the frequencies in which we're going to be receiving that we need to receive those orders. If I give them the correct time, 95 to 99% of the time, they're going to make sure I have on it. So my thing would be based on need and also to work closely with your neighborhood partners so that you can get everything done.
Tell us one fun or interesting fact about yourself.
Well, let's just say one. I'm not that interesting. I'm a simple guy. I'm very much family oriented. Interesting fact is I only have one continent left to travel to, and that's the continent of Africa. But I've been to every continent, therefore, and I have an extensive passport, and that is my true love: is traveling, meeting people, and seeing people from other different walks of life.